Hello from AlphaCars and Ural Motorcycles of New England. We're here with Daryl. Daryl handles Ural motorcycle sales at our dealership in Boxborough location. He's very experienced and he has many years of BMW and motorcycles in general, sales, service, and most importantly riding. So he knows a lot about seats, and the reason we sat down to share our thoughts, mainly Daryl's thoughts on the seats that we offer now. Seats that were available in 2017. Some seats were available for many years, since actually late 30s. And some of the new seats that are available now that we're very excited to share with you what we know from our customers, from the riders that have been using Urals, and the seats that are available now. So we're actually going to take a look at probably, what, 4 or 5 options?
Our 5 basic combinations of seating for our Ural models.
Yes. So we will, let's start from what we know on the Gear Up, that's been available on the Gear Up as a rider seat and as a rear rack.
Yeah, the Enduro seat, which came out this year, has been very popular. Customers like it because it allows you to be able to move around on the bike. So it seems to fit a more wider variety of riders. So that's been very popular. The other option that's been very popular as well is our tractor style seat with the rear rack option. That's probably been the most popular because people really seem to gravitate toward the tractor seat style seats because of the vintage look.
Absolutely. Yeah, the Gear Up traditionally and a Ural traditionally, they had vintage style or tractor style seats, solo seats, they're also known as. And since we have pretty much every single seat that is available now, we're going to start probably showing off some of these things. So let's take a look first at the standard options that come standard on the Urals. So right now the standard would be the Enduro seat, which is this is shown on a limited edition bike, but it is the same combination. So it's very easy to get on and off. It's very easy to bring your food over, or in something else, since this is a sidecar bike, when you get on the bike, you don't have to do it from the ground level. You can actually step on the peg, and the bike is not going to go anywhere. So when you get on the bike, it's much easier that way, correct?
Yeah, it's
yeah, if you
on a horse.
yeah,
You
it's
step up here.
yeah, so you
leg over and sit down.
right.
You're getting off, and you don't have to drag your foot across the seat.
Yes, I noticed that it's been actually a very welcome discovery for a lot. It's a simple thing, but a lot of riders that are new to sidecar experience, that was like, oh, I can do that. That's awesome. Okay, so with this seat, let me just get on this. So again, this is something what Daryl was also showing and covering, that with this seat you can stretch back easily, move forward, and it's got a nice firm surface and very good grip. It's not slippery at all. So that is a standard option. All the pricing, I guess, that is a base pricing. It includes this seat. I know that we also offer, within the same pricing package, with no additional cost, our customers on selected bikes can now get this vintage style solo seat with a rack. So if certain bikes that we have now available, right, they are equipped with a dual seat, and we have this option here. We're going to show it off in a moment, but it will have the solo seat and rack, and it will have food packs, correct? That's included in the price.
Yes.
So with the rack, you can also get a cushion for a short-term, not very comfortable, but certainly a seating option.
Yeah, passenger solution, emergency passenger solution.
So what feed do you have from your customers that have this kind of a seat?
Well, they think this is quite comfortable. It also allows them to have some extra storage. Most of the customers that use this seat end up taking their passenger in the sidecar and not so much on the back of the motorcycle. So they appreciate having the extra storage. The other option too that some people will do will add a spacer that's available on this seat. They'll raise the seat up almost 2 inches and allow you to be able to use this style seat, but give you a little bit more comfort if you're a little taller.
That's actually a very good observation. I'm glad you mentioned that. The seat, the spacer will add an inch, and an additional seat spring would add up to an additional inch. So combined, you're correct, it's almost 2 inches. But we do have a spacer that is available for this kind of seats, and the seat is designed to take an additional rubber spring, which in turn allows for the seat to stay in the horizontal position for riders that are, say, over 200 pound in weight. Then the seat does not move down, again maintaining the higher seating position. So that is I'm glad you remembered that. I forgot that is a very popular option. So we covered that. We covered the Enduro seat. Let's have a look at probably, I would say, most desirable, most popular option is the dual solo seats. We have our Overland individual series bike, which is another topic for another video. But you will have an opportunity to see it in this video. So, Daryl, can you tell us a little bit more about this seating combination?
This seating combination allows the rider and the passenger to enjoy the comfort of the tractor seat, tractor style seat. Gives a handhold for the passenger to hold on to if they choose to. So you've got firm points here as well as here to hold on to. And it just kind of goes along with the whole retro theme of the motorcycle.
Absolutely. It does retain a retro look of the bike, and also it does add, I've heard from some people, I share the same opinion, it does add a nice, almost like a backrest.
Yeah, for someone to back against.
So it could be a little bumpy if you lean against that in the t-shirt, but in the winter riding conditions, which a lot of our riders.
Well, or wearing a proper riding gear with a back protector, you would hardly notice it because you do have that padding built into the jacket that yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, a great point there. So this Overland individual series, it does have a foot box, so it's really easy to get onto this bike. And so once you get on this bike, immediately with this particular seat, even though it's the vintage style solo seat, but it has a nice option. It's got a different covering material. This is something new. Dan, what year did they start doing that?
I think 16, 17?
Yep, it's only in the recent couple years. It is the same seat base, but instead of just a simple Cordura covering with a foam insert, this one has a condensed, almost like I would say 3/8 of an inch at least, insert, very condensed material which distributes the weight.
It's kind of similar to a memory foam because it'll contour your bottom and allow the seat to fit you properly after you sit on it.
Yes, I've had a lot of positive comments from our customers that selected this kind of a seat. I think it actually became available on the CT. Isn't that a standard option for the CT? When you get that seat, the tonneau cover, and if you have the windshield apron, also are made from the matching material instead of the Cordura. Cordura, for our viewers, is the material that we showed on the first seating option on that urban camo bike. So that is, I would say that's the most vintage-like option, fits the bike, and yeah, and you can certainly carry a passenger in the back of the bike, another passenger in the sidecar. Dan, we should definitely show off that oil cooler real quick. And we're down to what, 3 more, Daryl?
2 more.
And a retro.
That's right, we have 2 more that fit the platform of the CT Patrol and Gear Up.
And a retro, yes.
Which is kind of on its own.
Yes. Go ahead.
This model is Patrol. Patrol comes with the dual touring saddle, which It's similar to the flat style saddle, only it has a little bit of contour to it. Gives you a little bump with a little support to it. The passenger also has a little bump to give it a little support, and the passenger sits just a little bit higher than the rider. So it allows them to be able to kind of set up and not so much, and gives them an opportunity to look around you. There again, easy to get on and off. Does kind of conform and fit to most people. The seat's long enough in the front to allow you to move around some. So for an average rider, it's a very comfortable seat.
We should mention we're showing it on the Patrol, which Patrol is no longer available as a model. The Patrol and Gear Up, they shared the same two-wheel drive platform. There were some minor differences. And as of 2018, 18 is the first year when Patrol is not going to be offered in the United States. And I don't know if Ural factory, they're going to make it available in other markets, but not in the United States. It's not, we don't see it as a loss really, because Gear Up does have a gas tank with a folding, with a glove box, with a toolbox, and it has some other cool features. Patrol, on the other hand, came standard with this seat and the two windshields. All these items are totally available, and you can purchase them as an add-on from our e-store or order them with the Gear Up. So this is another seat, two up, correct?
Two up seat, comes to the bike, comes with the foot pegs and the handrails. But it's a nice option for a step seat.
I think it's a very comfortable option. Again, if someone likes that style, that is a great option. So we're down to one last seat for the Gear Up and CT platform.
This is a new solo seat for the CT. CT is a base model. One of the things they've done with the CT is they've added the solo style seat. You don't have the foot pegs or the handrails for a passenger installed. So it's a larger seat than what was available last year. There again, this seat's very comfortable. It's similar to the Enduro seat as far as the foam density and the type of material it's made out of. So you can move around, but you won't slide around on it. It's a little oversized, more so than a normal solo seat to give you a little bit more room. And it's a nice addition for this bike.
Well, let me just give it a try. Yeah, very, very comfortable, provides nice support, so it's not gonna, and you're not gonna slide back, and excellent styling.
It's got a little bolster in the back of it to kind of hold you in place.
And I know Daryl mentioned that a CT is a base model. There's nothing really base about Urals. They come, just for viewers that are not familiar how Urals are equipped. Every Ural comes with a reverse gear, with sidecar, with a parking brake now available right there. And a Gear Up model comes with two-wheel drive. They all share beautiful colors. In fact, for 2018, standard color combinations are the same for all the models.
Yeah, I did 3 base colors, and those base colors will be shared throughout the line.
Yes, which is a nice change for the 2018. So we covered that, and that's our last seat. So we have a CT style seat right here. Then we have Enduro seat, you can see right there. Behind that, what we started with was a solo seat with Cordura material with a rack on the fender. We currently offer that option as no additional money if the bike is set up that way on our showroom floor, and that's a very popular option. Then we have the dual tractor seats on our Overland individual series bike, 2 up seat on the Patrol, and here we are looking at the Retro. This is Retro Classic, my favorite.
Yeah, the Retro is really special because it's very different from the rest of the Ural lineup. It has a different frame, has telescopic forks, has a lower center of gravity for better handling. But because of the different frame, the seat options are limited on it in that the option of the solo seat with the rack and the solo seat with another seat are the two options available for this model.
Yes, and just like with any solo seat, we have additional seat spring, and we also have a seat riser. We should also mention that solo seats, you have as much as almost 2 inches that you can move it in and out, towards or away from the gas tank. On all those bikes that we showed you that had those, that is an option, including on this particular one. As you probably noticed, this one has a leather covering. We actually have that available, custom covers that will fit the other ones.
So it could go with leather or corduroy.
Absolutely. And also this seat is a little bit longer. I don't know if it's any wider. It might be a little bit wider, but it's certainly longer this way. So it definitely offers a little bit more seating surface than a regular solo seat. And I know that we've sold some gear ups with that, and it looks very, very nice. Yep, retro with its A-frame, teardrop gas tank, single piece headlamp is on telescopic forks like you mentioned, Daryl. That is a true classic. We have a lot of retro followers. We have some nice video testimonials.
They're great bikes. I mean, the fuel tank holds a gallon more gas than the other two models.
That's right.
The center of gravity is lower, so the handling characteristics are better. And who can't beat the classic styling?
Yep, that is true. And on the retro classic, that actually comes from the factory. This has a reverse gear where you engage right off of the gas tank. And we should also mention that in 2017, there was a nice upgrade for the sidecar seat, since we're talking about the seats.
That's right. That's all part of the seating package as well.
Yep, and we do offer that as an available upgrade for pre-2017 models. This seat is it's just a nice fit to your body. It has nice side bolsters, indented bottom of the seat, and it also has a compartment.
Yeah, grab it from the front.
Probably don't have much light here, but it does have nice compartment on the bottom. And if you're going to consider the retro for the rear seating, just keep in mind we have specifications for the rear seat. There are some weight limitations because retro, unlike other Urals, it uses 18-inch wheels, so the tire load capacity is a little bit lower than what we have on the 4-ply 19-inch wheels. So there are some weight limitations for the rear seat for the retro, but it is certainly available with the foot packs, the same vintage style seat. I think that concludes our video here at our Ural dealership in Boxborough, Massachusetts. For those of you, and I always mention Boxborough, Massachusetts, I should also say United States, because a lot of things here, we have a car in the background that is from Russia. We have a lot of Russian military hats and other items. So it's, I don't want to make a mistake
We
that...
actually have a British motorcycle over here. So all kinds of stuff.
We have all kinds of stuff. So we are located in the United States, in Massachusetts, in Boxborough. We have locations in New Hampshire, another one in Acton, Massachusetts, and the one in Spencer is coming up. Thank you very much for viewing this video.
Thank you very much as well.
Daryl, thank you.
You're welcome.